Welcome to another tutorial. In this video, I'll show you how to make dubstep in the style of Kenzo, inspired by his tracks the Roteks, Polarity, Invaderz and Contagion. The project file, samples and presets are available for a small contribution in the description, and you can check out my dubstep playlist linked below for more videos like this. Under 40% of my viewers are subscribed, so please consider subscribing and turning on the bell notifications if you find my content useful. You can also like the video, which will help me reach more viewers, and I'd encourage you to comment with your video suggestions down below. Our BPM is 140. This project isn't in a specific key, although I'm using notes from both G harmonic minor and G Phrygian dominant. I've chosen a modern kick with a bright transient, but you could use an 808 or 909 style kick as Kenzo does in Invaderz and Contagion. Then we have the drums. This multifaceted layering of samples and loops is inspired by Polarity. We'll start with the clap. I've chosen something bright, layering a clap and snare before resampling it. Next, we have the high percussion. With a ride on every beat being characteristic of this style of dubstep. Then we have the other perks, which are tonal. The first three perks have echo applied. Next we have the loops, and I've added wider to the group for stereo width. Some of the drum textures in Polarity felt like they'd been vocoded, so I've used a vocoder here. You may have noticed the echo on the perk chops. Finally, we have the drum effects with echo applied on the reverse reverb. This MPC groove is applied to everything in the drums group, apart from the drum effects. And on the group, there's saturation, drum bus, EQ, and reverb via A. For this project, I've chosen this modest corner preset for the hybrid reverb. Next, we have the basses. I've used 6 bass patches here, with this approach inspired by Contagion and the Roteks. First, we have the sub drop. In Serum, we have a rounded square waveform taken down by 2 octaves, running into this low pass filter. LFO2 is modulating pitch. In the effects, we have distortion and multi-band compression. There's an EQ on the channel, as there is for every bass. Next, we have the wob. This is inspired by the bass in cross polarity. We're using the add seconds waveform, which has been taken down by 2 octaves and is running into this low pass filter. LFO1 is modulating both the wavetable position of oscillator A and the filter's cutoff. And in the effects, there's distortion and a filter to tame the highs. Then we have the round square. Here again, we have the rounded square taken down by 2 octaves and running into a low pass filter. The next patch is identical, aside from the plucky amp envelope shape. This was inspired by a triplet rhythm used in the Roteks. Next, we have the wobble. Oscillator A is a saw wave taken down by 2 octaves with FM from B active. Oscillator B is this monster 2 waveform with its level taken down and its wavetable position modulated by LFO2. LFO1 is modulating the cutoff of this low pass filter. And in the effects, there's distortion. Finally, we have the growl. Here we have a saw wave taken down by 2 octaves with its unison at 3. FM from B is active with LFO1 modulating. B is this wah-wah waveform taken down by 2 octaves with its wavetable position modulated by LFO1. The filter's cutoff is also being modulated by LFO1. And in the effects, there's distortion. On the channel, there's bass mono to 500 Hz, EQ, plus this echo rack, with the lows cut from the echo chain. And I noticed this technique in Contagion. On the group, there's multi-band compression of just the lows, saturator, EQ, parallel glue, and sidechain compression of just the lows using the kick as a trigger. Reverb is applied via A. Next, we have the FX. These all have echoes applied. With the beep and hoover having isotope vinyl as well, which has the pitch warping activated. The hoover is made in Serum and inspired by the Roteks. We have a saw wave with its unison at 7, running into a low pass filter with distortion and reverb in the effects. The matrix shows that LFO1 is modulating the master tuning, reverb wetness, and unison detune amount. On the group, there's drum bus, EQ, chorus, and reverb via A. Finally, we have a few vocal shouts. On the group, there's parallel drum bus, EQ, chorus, and a little bit of echo, plus reverb via A. The challenge with this style of dubstep is keeping the track and arrangement interesting, but using an array of different one-shot samples. And hopefully this tutorial has given you some insight into how to do this. And that's the video. Please leave any questions in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.